Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight.
An Auditor General's report reveals questionable spending at the National Sports Authority.
Water and Sewage Executive is pointing the finger at the union for water outages throughout New Providence.
The Minister of National Security says police are close to closing the case of a child abductor here in the capital.
Our news is brought to you by Alive.
Welcome to Our News and thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Joaquin. Topping news tonight, a damning report from the Auditor General's probe into the National Sports Authority was tabled in the House of Assembly this morning, revealing the NSA paid a consultancy company over $1.1 million for services that were never performed. It also highlighted questionable spending of petty cash on dry cleaning, snacks, and passport and visa renewals. Jasmine Brown has the details.
The Speaker tabled this audit in the House of Assembly that detailed the financial practices of the authority between July 2011 and December 2017. In the report, Auditor General Terence Bastian found that contracts issued by the NSA lacked formalized process and transparency, and that at times executive management at the NSA operated in contravention of the financial regulations. Bastian said there were inconsistencies in companies awarded millions in contracts by the NSA. The Auditor General did not name the companies, but he did point out glaring flaws with the contract awarding process. The report noted that there was no information on the files to state how contracts were awarded by the NSA. Bastian noted that Company A entered into a 3-year consultancy agreement with the NSA on May 22, 2015 to August 2018 at a fixed fee of $40,000 a month. It also noted that the Ministry of Finance made direct payments to that company, totaling more than $467,000. It stated, "We noted that the NSA board made a recommendation to cancel the company's service contract in a letter dated May 22, 2017. However, the company at this point had already received a total of $1.9 million for services that were never performed." Then there was Company B, which was awarded a $193,548 contract that was signed by a senior government official in October 2014. The audit noted that there was no document on file giving approval to pay that amount other than a copy of an invoice. There was also Company G, which was paid $1,030,000 over a 4-year period. However, none of the work was put to tender and contract documents were not on file. The report also noted unusual petty cash payments for passport and visa renewals for an officer, along with the purchase of fuel for a private vehicle. It also noted numerous purchases made from petty cash for lunches, snacks, and dry cleaning. Our news reached out to Youth, Sports, and Culture Minister Lanisha Roll for comment. However, she indicated that she had just received the report on Friday and was not prepared to comment on the matter. However, the tabled audited report included a letter to the ministry's permanent secretary and was dated March 18, 2019. The report also detailed some of the Auditor General's recommendations for the NSA that included making contracts more clear, transparent, and precise, as well as strengthening controls over funds. Reporting for Our News, I'm Jasmine Brown.
All right, thanks, Jasmine. Water and Sewage Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson was booed as he exited the House of Assembly today. This as members of the Bahamas Utility Services and Allied Workers Union sought to get the ear of the Prime Minister and express their wish for the Executive Chairman to get the axe. Shouting, "Adrian has got to go," dozens of water and sewage employees waited behind barricades and held up placards. That is, until members of parliament were dismissed.
Well, everybody go this way, please. This is an unlawful assembly. You don't have no permission to do this. It's unlawful.
Listen, police asked us to go on the other side of Washington Square. We'll just, if you allow us, so we'll just...
The House of Assembly is there.
I'm saying, but it's easy to access it from right there, man. The gate open, man.
The House of Assembly is there. Just go this way, that's all.
And Gibson wasn't interested in speaking with him either.
345. Mr. Gibson, I'm from the 2 o'clock 345. 345 at the headquarters. 345.
The union members were seeking to have a word with the Prime Minister over their numerous grievances with the corporation's executive chairman, but that didn't happen.
To be honest with you, I'm disappointed. But I can't say that the Prime Minister didn't have a meeting, because I came unannounced and he said that he have a meeting to go to, so I can hold him at his word. But I know that we left the impression on him that we need to see him.
Union President Dwayne Wood says he was left disappointed to see the corporation's chairman not even look in the direction of the employees. The employees made their way to Parliament after a second day of withdrawing their enthusiasm. Woods insisted it's not a strike, as workers showed up for work, but were turned away.
We came to work, but they called the police on us and ran us off the compound.
Who called the police?
We were told that the powers that be at the corporation called the police and said we must leave off the compound.
And just across the street, Labor Director John Pinder was standing on the lawn next to police officers. He said he's looking to bring a resolution to the issue.
Where we stand, if they're not satisfied with the conciliation process, the next step is to take it to the Industrial Tribunal. Failing the Industrial Tribunal, then they can take other action at the Supreme Court.
Hundreds of water and sewage customers woke up this morning to a disruption in their water supply. And while the corporation's executive chairman claims there's proof of sabotage, Woods and the managerial union president say their members would never.
If the chairman has such an evidence that our union members are carrying out such acts, we will be the first to partner with him to see that the police do whatever it takes to bring those persons to justice. So we have no knowledge of what he said.
The entire system is monitored electronically. They open and close valves every night. At night time, when the pressure, we lower the pressure, they automatically close the valves to lower the pressure. In the morning, they open them back up to give people more pressure so that they get bathed. So if anybody tampers with it, within 10 minutes, they know. Don't care where it is in this country.
Well, the executive chairman responded to the union today. Jared Higgs has that.
To those persons who have gone out there and tampered with corporation property, rest assured that once found, you will be summarily dismissed.
Water and Sewerage Corporation Chairman Adrian Gibson described the disruption in water supply across New Providence as a concerted and intentional effort that threatened the country's national security. Water valves at stations throughout New Providence were reportedly shut off. Gibson says union members are suspected of being involved and accused Busawu President Dwayne Woods of flexing his muscles. Officials were under police escort on Tuesday night as they fixed the issue. Gibson says a police investigation is now underway.
Additionally, persons threw stones and rocks into the valves to cause irreparable damage, major cost to WSC, and as I stated in the House, untold hardship to our customers. Sewer plants have also been tampered with, and sewerage has overflowed. And I can tell you that Mr. Deal and his team have been working all day to seek to resolve those matters.
The outrage comes after dozens of staff withdrew their enthusiasm on Tuesday. According to Busawu President Dwayne Woods, Tuesday's union action was in defense of an employee who was placed on unpaid leave for leaving a vehicle on the corporation's compound over the weekend. However, Gibson says there is more to that story.
It was also discovered that a member of Busawu was using the WSC compound to rent cars. I have a report finalized by our Internal Controls and Compliance Division. He is currently out on administrative leave or suspension. That report has taken into account, that is, emails, camera angles, statements of employees, and security officers.
Gibson also fired back at Woods, who claimed that promotions at the company were based on nepotism and that Gibson has a car rental company that benefits from water and sewerage.
I note Mr. Woods' defamatory remarks about myself and the general manager. Let me categorically state the following. I have no rental vehicles in New Providence, no franchise, no plates.
Gibson says he has instructed the corporation's attorney, Ferran Bethel, to file a lawsuit against Woods, whom he says has led this action for personal reasons.
After nearly 8 years of getting a free ride off of the corporation and being paid $60,000 plus perks for no work, Mr. Woods discovered last week that his salary was no longer there. There's no additional $5,000 to supplement the $2,000 from the union. He remains on unauthorized leave, though the minister, myself, and the general manager have directed him to return to work.
Water and sewerage officials confirmed that water supply has resumed throughout the island and that additional security measures are being taken. Reporting for Our News, I'm Jared Higgs.
The Minister of National Security says he is positive that it is only a matter of time before police capture the person believed to be responsible for a string of abductions in the capital, but is appealing for the public's help. This as he pledged to bring legislation for Marcos Alert to Parliament in a week. Georgia Bain reports.
Minister of National Security Marvin Dames is appealing to the public for help in capturing the person believed to be responsible for abducting several children here in the capital. According to Dames, police are even closer to closing the case. Minister of National Security Marvin Dames said he is confident that police are closing in on the alleged child abductor. According to Dames, police have been working on this matter day and night, and Commissioner of Police Anthony Ferguson updates him daily with new information.
This is a matter of serious concern for all of us. For police officers as well. You know, they have been able now to identify a make and model of vehicle and would have put out any number of composites on the possible suspect. And they have narrowed down the area and they're closing in and they're following any number of other leads to get to where they need to go. But
police released this sketch of the suspected abductor on Wednesday, following Friday's latest abduction, the 7th alleged abduction since mid-February. According to Dames, it is disheartening to know that despite the number of complaints coming in, there seems to be little to no help from the public.
The commissioner, as I said, I spoke to him this morning, and he is confident now that they're much further ahead than yesterday. And they feel confident that it's only a matter of time. But the public can make it easier if someone just pick up the phone and say, that's my neighbor, that's the lady down the street. I see her all the time in the car. You know, or maybe someone told me this morning, maybe a lady, maybe a man dressed up like, you know, I don't know. But we have to, this is a clear example of where community support and information is extremely critical.
Dames said he is working to bring legislation for Marcos Alert before the House of Assembly within a week.
Everything is in train. We should be before Cabinet maybe within another week or so. And so the timeline is on schedule. You know, I mean, we had to bring it from a place to where we are now, and so we're moving very quickly to make it a reality.
Dames is appealing to the public to contact police with any information that will lead to the arrest of those responsible. Reporting for Our News, I'm Giorgio Bain.
All right, thanks, Giorgio. Still to come, how government is helping to promote autism awareness. Stay tuned.